Well, welcome to Cherry Lakes in Cirencester. I've come down for a long weekend. I'm in the cottage swim. Got down Friday afternoon about 2 o'clock. Now I'm just baiting one of my swims up on the far bank. There's about 350 carp in here. So biggest that I've had so far during my sessions down here is just £32. It's a really nice lake. Can be tricky, but hopefully with the right bait and the right tactics, I'm going to get you a few out on camera. So I'm going to carry on feeding my spots, go back round, get my rods out. Seen a few fish in the area, literally fishing a rod's length out of the far bank at the cottage swim. So as you stood from the swim, you'll see a willow tree to your left hand side, and I'm just round to the right hand side of that. So I've got some bait in, I've cast my marker rod across, it's all gravel, roughly about 4 foot of depth. You don't want to be fishing any closer to the bank because you'll just get pestered by all the birds, quite a lot of bird life. So you want to be looking for about 4 foot of water. Fishing 4 foot of water, and hopefully the carp will come. Well, what a way to open the account here at Cherry Lakes. £31 10 ounce bar of gold. A little change in tactics, so I'm switching from the snowman rig to a single pop-up. Cast to a showing fish at the far bank. Literally the rod ripped off. The session's finally underway. What a lovely fish. Let's get him back, and let's get some more on the bank. Well, after a little change of tactics, finally caught fish number 2. This one falling to a snowman style rig. RS tipped with a sweet corn dispersion 12mm pop-up. Really happy with this change of spots. Rod ripped off. So let's get this one back, get fishing again. So now I'm going to talk to you about what bait and what rigs I've been using throughout this session. So let's start with the bait. So I've been using a mixture of 2 boilies. So I've been using the first one, which is the Carper RS, which I've used down here last time I came, last September, which I banked at 30. So I thought that's a good base. Let's start with the RS. So this is a hybrid bait, fish meal, packed with Robin Red. And then the second boiler that I've been using is the new Carper Dispersion sweet corn bottom bait, which is a milk protein bait with obviously 2 blends of sweet corn, and that's in a yellow colour. But like our pop-ups, it also disperses, so over a period of about 24 hours it does lose its colour and start to look more like a washed out bait. So it's best of both worlds. So I've got those 2 mixed together. I've got some of the RS that I've been chopping, so plenty of chops in there, and the sweet corns as wholes. And then I've mixed the Carper Pandemonium pellets, just the standard size, not the micro, just standard, because again, some of those pellets that are in there leak off flavour and attraction. And then I've used the Glugs, which I've used the RS Energizer syrup, and then I've used a blend of 2 of the gels that Carper do, one with the sweet corn to complement the sweet corn bottom bait, and then again the RS, which is a really nice fruity smell. This is really sweet. So you can apply this to hook baits, to zigs, but I've just been putting this in the mix and I've just been mixing it all up together. And then I've also got the good old faithful sweet corn, just a few handfuls of sweet corn. So when I first got down here, I put quite a bit of bait out and I had to wait for my bites. As the sessions developed, I've eased off on how much feed I've been putting in, and I've literally just been putting in a handful of bait with each rig. and I found that the fish have responded to this, to the smaller beds of bait. So it's something to bear in mind depending how your session's going. Now in terms of the hook baits, two rigs that I've been using the most, I've been using the Snowman rig. So I've been using an RS bottom bait with a trimmed down 12mm Carpa Dispersion sweet corn pop-up. That's one I've been using that I've caught a few fish on. And then I've also had a pop-up rig out, which has been a combi rig with just a 14mm dispersion sweet corn pop-up by itself. And again, the common that I had, the 31 common, that literally just came to a single hook bait. I didn't put any bait out with that at all. Just literally cast that to the far bank. So that's the bait that I've been using, and the glugs. So this is fish number 3, really happy to get this one in the net. I lost one this morning at 3:30, so this is more than welcome. 21 pound 8 ounce, falling to a 14mm Carpa Dispersion sweet corn pop-up. Those baits have been involved in all my fish, either Snowman style setups or single hook baits. Again, fished over the Carpa RS. They're really coming into that bait now. I'm just feeding little bits each time I put the rod out. So, this one's still lively. Let's get this one back, because I've got another one to show you. So this is the 4th fish I was just telling you about. 19 pound 8 ounce, same tactics, far margin, single sweet corn dispersion pop-up. They really seem to be in that corner now. I'm just trickling the bait in, the RS and the sweet corns, bottom bait. Just putting a little tiny handful out with each cast, and really seem to respond into it. So let's get this one back, let's carry on fishing. Well, these commons are just loving the combination of the RS with the sweet corn dispersion bottom baits. Fish number 5, 26 pound 2 ounce, falling to the 14mm sweet corn dispersion pop-up. Rod's just ripped off, but what a stunning fish, I'm sure you'll agree. Really happy with this one. The two losses that I've had earlier in this session, way back in my memory now. It's really turned out to be a really good session. Really happy with this. Let's get her back. Well, change of spots this time. This one at 11 wraps out into open water. It's ripped off on the Snowman. Again, same tactics. RS Snowman, sweet corn, topper. Smallest fish this one of the session so far, 17 pound 12 ounce, still low, very welcome. 6 common, must be in common corner. Really happy. Let's get this one back. Well, our time at Cherry Lakes is now drawn to a close. The session's coming to an end. Rods are going to be out now for another 10 minutes and then those are coming in. I finished on 6 fish and 2 lost fish. Once I got the hook pattern right and swapped from long shanks to wide gapes and the chods for the pop-ups, I've not lost a fish since, so really happy with that. Just to touch about the spots that I fished. So my left hand rod, this is where I was fishing at 17.5 wraps over to the far bay. You can just see here, anywhere literally from a rod length out from this bank between this point and this point. And then my second rod, if you go out exactly 11 wraps to the V in this middle of this tree, you'll probably come up to, if you take a sonar out or lead around, it's roughly about, you're looking for a spot of about 3 foot in depth. It's like a little plateau at the top, and it drops down to about 4 foot, 5 foot, but you want to look for a 3 foot depth, and that's where I've been catching on that rod. So I hope you found this useful. Hope you've picked some tips up, so when you come down, and if you do stay at the cottage swim, at least you've got somewhere to start. All the products that I've used throughout this session are available on the website at www.carper.co.uk, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So until next time, tight lines.